And what's up, YouTube? What is going on? It is Jamie Woods' second video, and let's get it, baby. And I'm so excited because today, guess what we're going to be talking about? No, it will not be the Patriots, but it will be the person who built Gillette Stadium. It will be the person, the leader who led us to 6 motherfucking trophies in 20 years. And that man is Thomas Brady. All right. And as you can see, I got my cool ass Boston fucking City of Champions banner. Of course, you guys can go to fucking Barstool Sports if you want to go get that, because this shit be lit as hell, motherfucker. I love this shit. I had to get this shit in the backdrop. You already know. But anyways, guys, let's get to it. So I don't think that I've ever truly really talked about Tom Brady's departure. In any form, actually. Like I kind of never, like, and that is emotionally, of course. Like, yeah, I talked, oh yeah, Tom Brady's leaving the Patriots, but I never really talked about what it's meant to me and how it's affected me. And basically, Tom Brady's departure hit me kind of hard, because the thing is, Tom Brady isn't just a normal player. You don't have players like that define a whole generation that come in and leave, and you're not gonna feel some type of way. Of course you're gonna feel some type of way. Like, he's led us to 6 fucking championships, and we've been in the AFC Championship so many times I can't even count. And the man is a legend, a New England legend, a NFL legend, a football legend, someone that people are going to be talking about for years to come. I think not necessarily that he's going to be highly regarded like Michael Jordan is. Michael Jordan is an athlete that transcends basketball. He transcends sports. He's just a human version, or like, if someone were to put a winner, like the definition of winner in the dictionary, Michael Jordan's picture would be right there. Michael Jordan is just the embodiment of winning and what it means to win and what it is to have a winning mentality. Tom Brady has that too, but football isn't really as big of a sport as basketball is, and that's something that Michael Jordan has to his advantage compared to Tom Brady, who played football, and not too many people in the world truly know who he is compared to Michael Jordan. But Tom, like in New England, in Boston, and in the United States, depending if you're a fan or not, people love him and people hate him. And people hate him for the right reasons, actually, because he wins. You know, people don't like people that win. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi in soccer, LeBron James in basketball. Everyone does not like winners. But guess what? They have a lot of fucking fans as well. And so does Tom Brady. And so when Tom Brady, when I heard the news that he was leaving, I was surprised, but not really, but surprised, if that makes any sense. And that's really because I thought the man would retire a Patriot. I thought Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick would do everything in their humanly possible to keep this man in New England where he belongs. And that wasn't the case. And I was upset. I remember being upset when I saw that IG post of Tom Brady saying that he wasn't going to be returning to the Patriots. And I was very upset because I was like, God damn it. Like, I really wanted this man to remain a Patriot. I wanted him to retire a Patriot. He only had 2 more years or so until he wanted to retire anyways. Why not resign the guy and just have him, you know, win a couple more with us? You know what I mean? Because I know he's capable of winning 1 or 2 more, you know? And so that wasn't the case. And I was mad with Robert Kraft. I was mad with Bill Belichick for allowing that to happen, for allowing such a generational player to leave the team. But then when I found out the specifics of it, I realized what this was all about. And Tom Brady is in a quest to prove people wrong. I think he is sick and tired of having people say he's a system quarterback, saying that he would not be good without Bill Belichick and the system around him. And I think he's sick of it. He wants to show people that he can get it done. And I think he will in Tampa Bay. He has the weapons in Tampa Bay. And I also think it's also a coach thing as well, because I think Tom, after 20 years of being with Bill Belichick, I think he was fed up with it. I think Tom is a player that he wants to be able to do things. And with Bill Belichick, you're very limited to what you can do, because it is not considered the Patriot way to be outspoken or do all these crazy videos that he's doing right now. Tom, ever since he's left New England, have you guys noticed how much cockier he's been? Like, the true Tom Brady's actually coming out now. Like, he literally, instead of saying Tampa Bay, people are now saying Tampa Bay. And Yeah, the man is a cocky motherfucker. He's always been that way, but he's just been a little more quiet in New England. But now that he's out of it, he's been a lot more vocal about everything. I also think he was fed up with the pay cuts because he had to take pay cuts for most of his career. I think he was fed up with that. I think he wanted more money because he deserved more money. I mean, the man took pay cuts all of his career for the team to thrive. And then in his final year, he's like, okay, where did all this money go? Like, I'm over here taking pay cuts, and you guys aren't putting the receivers or the tight ends or the running backs that I need in order to win the Super Bowl. I mean, look at it. His running back core was decent. I would say that even though Sony Michel wasn't really performing like his rookie season, his receivers were really, and the tight ends were really the weak point of the team. Because the thing is, Julian Edelman is in his 30s. The man can't do everything. Tom Brady literally had to depend on Julian Edelman all season. The man was banged up. He had a bunch of rookie receivers that were the first time they were still learning the playbook, still learning how it is to play in the NFL. They didn't know any better. And then on top of it, they had the whole added pressure of working and playing with the GOAT. I could only imagine what those rookie receivers were going through. And on top of that, you have Mohamed Sanu, a couple other guys like Josh Gordon, who are still learning the system. Mohamed Sanu came in mid-season. The guy didn't even know shit, and then he has to learn this system in a matter of a week or two. It's almost impossible. And I know Mohamed Sanu is a very talented player. But there was a lot of drop passes, a lot of interceptions that Tom Brady had. A lot of it wasn't even his fault. A lot of drop passes happened because there's a lot of rookie receivers that I guess they were nervous. Or, I don't know, they forgot how to catch. I don't know what it is. They forgot their job. And then on top of that, there were a lot of interceptions because it tipped passes from the receivers, and then the opponent would catch it and run it for a pick six or a pick. And I think Tom was just annoyed with it all season. He had no help. Gronk wasn't there anymore. All his best friends, came and gone. And that's the thing about New England. And I can only imagine psychologically how that affected Tom, because you have a bunch of players that come in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. That's why I don't buy anyone's jerseys as a Patriots fan. And every Patriots fans know this. We do not buy anybody's jerseys that isn't Tom Brady, Edelman, Gronk, or Dante Hightower. Like the main players that have been in the team for more than 3 years, 5 years. Those are the only players you buy jerseys from. Because Bill Belichick will trade someone, he'll get rid of someone. Usually a lot of players only come to New England for a year or two. And a lot of them are usually underpaid, which is the way Bill Belichick likes. He likes underpaid so that way he can save some cap space. And usually what happens is they come into New England to kind of raise their stock. Because a lot of these players, they failed somewhere else. They come to New England, prove themselves, and fucking win a championship. And then they get quadruple, 5 times, 10 times the money they were getting paid in New England, which happens every year. And New England is just almost like, not necessarily a stepping stone, but it kind of is. But that's what a lot of players do. And Tom, I think Tom was sick of having these players around for only a year and then having to have a whole new receiving core come in and get used to those people. And I think he's sick of it. He wants to play with the elite of the elite. He knows he's one of the best, so why not play one of the best? Why not play with Mike Evans and Odell Beckham and all these people? He wanted that, and he's getting that in Tampa Bay now. And I'm so happy for him for that, and I hope he thrives in Tampa Bay. I wish no ill will on Tom Brady. I actually want him to win a Super Bowl if, of course, we don't win a Super Bowl. But that's that with Tom. But and I think the whole AB situation, Antonio Brown, I think he disagreed with Bill Belichick on that. I think he wanted AB to stay in the team. I wanted AB to stay in the team. I think there was still a possibility we could have changed him, even though he's a fucking lunatic. But hey, everyone has a different opinion on AB. I have my opinion. You have yours. It is what it is. We could all, agree to disagree. But AB, I think that whole last year was the final straw for Brady. Or maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe it was because a lot of people were saying that for Super Bowl 52, Tom Brady was I think that was the year after, once the Deflategate happened, I think that was the year where Tom Brady was planning his escape from New England, because you can just tell, even though he was winning championships, he was kind of fed up with the Patriots. Amendola left for a reason. Amendola was one of his favorite receivers and most reliable receivers. He left. Malcolm Butler left. All these people left, and it's not for any reason. I think some players are just tired of Bill Belichick's system. I think Bill Belichick is his type of system, his type of coaching is only for a specific amount of a specific type of player that works hard and is mentally driven. I think that those are the type of people that are going to thrive under Bill Belichick. And some people can't handle that for more than 2 years, doing that every single year. Bill Belichick is a very physically demanding and mentally demanding coach. And Tom has been doing it for 20 years. And I think the whole Deflategate, the fact that he wasn't supported by Bill and Robert, the fact that he had to take the hit even though probably wasn't even his fault, the fact that all that bullshit, it ran his name through the mud. I think he was just done with it. He was just sick of it. He was like, F this. And then what put things even worse was Super Bowl 52 when they were going against the Eagles, and all they needed was that one play from the defense. They never got that, and that was because Malcolm Butler was on the bench because God knows why. Nobody knows why. To this very day, Bill and no one has, not even Malcolm, has even come out with the reason to why he was benched that game. And we needed Malcolm Butler. We needed a playmaker on defense that can catch a pick or get something there because we needed someone. And the fucking cornerback we had was allowing every fucking pass to be made. Nick Foles was targeting that cornerback every fucking game. He knew that motherfucker was going to do shit. So I'm like, I'm going to throw that way all game, all day. And that's what happened. And I think Tom was sick because he threw for over 500 yards and he didn't win a fucking Lombardi trophy. Do you understand how fucking pissed I have a quarterback that Tom was that night? I couldn't even imagine. And of course, the final straw was that final season where AB was gone. He had no weapons, literally getting sacked almost every other play, interceptions here, drop passes there. He was just sick of his offense. His offense was not helping him out. His offense was making him look terrible. The media were fucking butchering Brady last year because they're saying he was not the player that he used to be. And I think that got to Tom's head. He's like, F this. I'm not going to continue to doing this. Because he knew if he would have stayed with the Patriots another year, he would have the same receiving core because they had no cap space to get any playmakers to that team. And knowing Tom, he was like, you know what? You can throw whatever money you want at me, but I'm leaving. I'm going to Tampa. And I'm sure he got emotional because New England's been most of his life, but he wanted a new start. And he went to Tampa, and now he got the weapons he wants. He has the offense he needs. He has the help that he wants. And now I think he's going to do big things in Tampa Bay, and hopefully he does. I hope the coronavirus doesn't stop anything. But I think those are the main reasons why Tom left New England. And I'll never forget those last 2 games in Miami and Tennessee. It broke my heart. It was literally like a Game of Thrones episode. It started off good where you thought we were going to do good, where you thought we were going to get that second seed. And next thing you know, we end up fucking losing the game with Fitzmagic because the defense gave out on us because the offense was not on the field long enough to give the defense some rest. And then the Tennessee game comes in, the defense is working their ass off. I mean, look at fucking Derrick Henry. The guy is a fucking pickup truck. That guy is fucking huge. If that motherfucker came up to me right now trying to fucking run through me, I'm like, dude, no. Just go, bro. Just go. Here you go. Here's a clear lane for you to go through. Just go, bro. I have a family. I have a life. I'm young. I'm not trying to die. That motherfucker is huge. The fact that the defense was holding that man together for 3 out of the 4 quarters, because the first quarter he was dominating. After that, we kind of held it down. The fact that they did that was very impressive. I salute you guys. I give you guys a round of applause for that. But the offense was not doing their fair share. I'll never forget when Edelman dropped that pass, and the fact that it happened from Edelman hurt me the most. The fact that it was the last targeted pass Tom Brady gave to Edelman hurt me a lot because I think Edelman has nightmares about that play. I think he literally apologized to Tom after that play because if Edelman would have made that catch and ran it up for a first down, our chances of winning that game would have probably been a lot higher. But hey, I'm not blaming anything on Edelman. Edelman's done so much for this organization. He's one of my favorite players of all time, and I'll give him the credit where the credit's due. But that right there was a heartbreaker. And then the play after that, when Tom went up and he passed, and it was a pick 6 by no other than Logan Ryan, who is an ex-Patriot. I think it was poetic justice with all the Patriots haters in the fucking world that just loathed us and wanted us to lose so badly. They even had an FS1 count that if you guys went on FS1 at that time, and you saw Undisputed, these motherfuckers had a countdown to the end of the dynasty, like whatever the fuck it was. And it was counting down the days to the end of the Patriots dynasty, which was that Saturday in that AFC Championship game. And hey, we lost the game. But is it the end of the Patriots dynasty? I don't think so. I think we're going to have another 5 years with, whoever it is, we have a quarterback, because I don't think Cam Newton's going to stay after this year. Like I said, players come and go. I hope Cam has a great year. But that's a part of being a Patriots fan. But it sucked. You know, it sucked having Tom leave the way he did with that last play of a pick six. I hated it, but I hope he comes back in Tampa Bay, proves the haters wrong, proves the people that he's not a system quarterback, that he is the GOAT. Patrick Mahomes and all these people are stealing the thunder from him, and rightfully so. Patrick Mahomes is an amazing talent. Lamar Jackson is an amazing talent. Deshaun Watson is an amazing talent. There's a lot of young, impressive quarterbacks out in the NFL that are revolutionizing the game as we speak. However, Tom is still the GOAT in my eyes. He will always be the GOAT for what he's done for New England, the happiness that he put me through. I went through a lot of sad days in my life, and those Super Bowls cheered me the F up, especially that 28-3 Super Bowl where we're down 28-3 to the Atlanta Falcons. I never felt such emotions, such a roller coaster in my entire life. No female ever put me through the amount of emotions Tom Brady put me through in that fucking game when we won that damn Super Bowl. I literally felt like I busted the hugest nut when we won that fucking game. It was incredible. Oh my God. And the fact we did it without Gronk was even more impressive. That Edelman catch, probably one of the best catches I've ever seen. And let me not even get started on Super Bowl 49, because that Super Bowl, I think I was drunk by the end of it because of how nervous I was, especially that last drive where Russell Wilson was leading him down the field. The circus catch happened, and I swear to God, when that interception happened with Malcolm Butler, I think I went on the floor and I cried, because that was literally the first time in 10 years that the Patriots won a Super Bowl. And I was so happy. You have no idea that I got to experience that again in my life. And in fact, I got to experience that again in Super Bowl 51 and 53. I could never take that for granted, man. I could never take it for granted, because there are so many people in this world that are living, that are huge sports fans just like I am, that are hardcore, that live, that sweat this, that bleed for this, that never got to see any of their teams win a fucking World Series or a Super Bowl or a World Cup or a Champions League or whatever. And I got to experience that with a lot of different teams, and I'm so blessed for that, and I can never take that for granted. And Tom Brady, if you're watching this, which I doubt you will ever watch this, you're amazing. You're an amazing person. Even though you left even though you left New England, I'm still upset at you for that. And I feel like my wife of 20 years divorced me and fucking went to another man. I'll still forgive you. You're the man for that. And whatever you've done for Boston, what you've done for New England, we will never take that for granted. New England still loves you. Boston still loves you. Patriots Nation still loves you, because I know not everyone lives in Boston that loves the Patriots. And that's what makes this organization so great, is how widespread it is. I foresee this club, this organization is going to become like the Cowboys one day, or you're going to see a Patriots fan almost every single side of the fucking country. And it's all because of Tom Brady. It's all because of Bill Belichick and what they've done with this fucking dynasty. And I hope to see another 10 years of it. But thank you, Tom. You are truly, from the bottom of my heart, as a Patriots fan that I am, you are truly the GOAT.